Hi, it's Jo from Minerva. Today I'm going to show you how to do a blind hem and use a blind hemming foot and which fabrics it's really good for. A blind hem is made on the machine, and it makes a nearly invisible line of stitching from the right side. So it's really good for turning up trousers, for turning up sleeves, and for if you want a really big hem but you don't want to hand sew it. Today I'm going to show you a hem on some viscose fabric, and the reason I want a blind hem is because if I top stitch around here with a navy thread, you'll keep seeing the navy thread on the pattern. So I'm going to use my blind hemming foot. A blind hemming foot has a screw or a wheel that moves this guide. So when it's at its widest, you can see it looks like a normal foot, and then as I turn the guide in, it's making that gap more and more narrow, and that's going to be the guide for where my stitch just nips onto my top. I'll show you how to set it up. So you take your regular foot off, snap on your blind hem foot, and keep your threads out of the way at the back. So your preparation is to fold the hem down once, the hem allowance, and then fold again to your desired length. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold back the wrong side of the material, so it's going to go right side to right side, and you're going to leave exposed some of that hem allowance. I'm going to leave 3mm, and the guide is going to run along that wrong side of the fabric. So the stitching will be straight, and then it will V onto the top, straight, and then catch the top. And it's good to practice on a spare piece so that you can find out that your needle is just catching the fabric. So you can see if I turn to the wheel, my straight stitch is running on the hem allowance, and then my blind hem V-stitch is just catching the edge of the fabric. So here you can see it in action. The guide is going to run along the edge of the wrong side of the fabric. It's going to take straight stitches and then onto the top. Straight stitches on this hem allowance onto the top. So you should have the V just touching the fabric. You can get it a little bit less than that as well. And then when you turn it to the right side, you get these tiny little stitches here, and the more you can just get your needle to catch the edge, the smaller they will be. And it looks quite folded at the moment, but you take it over to the ironing board and press that out. So from the wrong side, you see the blind hem stitch, and from the right side, you just see tiny little pickups, and you can get them a little bit smaller than that, but I made them a bit bigger so that you could see where they were. If you change your stitch length as well, you can space out those a little bit more. So it's good to test on a practice piece before you sew your actual garment. A great way to hem like a really long or big circle skirt or an evening dress that would take a long time to hand stitch around. And that's how you use a blind hemming foot. Do come back again for more sewing tutorials, and do pop over to our Minerva website or use the products listed below here. Thanks very much for watching. See you again soon.